The ceiling fans? They're very attractive.
What a piece of junk!
She'll make 0.5 past light speed. She may not look like much, but she's got it where it counts, kid. I've made a lot of special modifications myself.
Satellite tracking continues.
The Incredible Hulk will not be presented this evening.
Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom, brought to you by CeilingFanman. Lions and tigers and bears, oh my! The thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. Today's episode, How Pandas Are Made.
Panda!
You're all individuals! Yes, we're all individuals!
Clickety-click.
Crank up the music. Keep an eye on the back.
This presentation is provided to you to amuse or entertain and not to conform or inform. The content on this channel should not be used to replace professional, financial, medical, or legal advice. All footage taken and used from public sources falls under the fair use of the Digital Millennial Copyright Act of 1998. Therefore, no breach of privacy or copyright has been committed. This show is substantially sourced, not affiliated with any community, club, fraternity, or gang. Your cat may vary. I say, moo. Ceiling Fan Man fun fact. I'm so sorry, and I apologize. Mean the same thing, unless you're at a funeral.
Satellite tracking continues.
Wow. Wait, where am I? There I am. Wow. Hey, everybody. Friday night. Whoop, whoop. You made it on the correct side of the grass. You're on the right side of the topsoil. You did it again. Congratulate yourself. Pat on the back. If nothing else, if everything went wrong this week, at least you did that correctly. So you made it here, even though YouTube tried to mess me up. I don't know what was going on. It said I was supposed to get on like yesterday at midnight, or I don't know what. So hopefully they didn't mess up too many, but there's already an incredible 100 beautiful souls here. So thank you very much. And don't forget, if you're enjoying the show, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe. All those things really help, supposedly, with the algorithm. So supposedly, that's what I say. That's right. I haven't even got on screen yet, but here, we'll get one of these.
That's very true.
Okay, so let's turn this camera on so I can be seen by you all.
Clickety click.
Nope. Did it work? Where are you? Uh-oh. Ruh-roh, Shaggy. Camera's already not working. How's that possible? They really want to just sabotage every chance they get here. Let's see. Visual effects, camera. Let's see. We'll try this. Try that. And then poof. All right. I know what to do. Let's see. Room in, but let's let me camera. So I bet I could do it within the Valhalla. How about that? Here you go. Here's Valhalla. I'll be right back with the camera.
To my friend Charlie Kirk. Rest now, brother. We have the watch. And I'll see you in Valhalla.
Hey, there we go. And what we got going on? That's all right. Looks good. I'm okay with that. Good to be seen by you all. Sorry about that. Hopefully that's the only frustration I have this evening. It just happens. This show gets under attack a lot from forces unknown. So in any case, thank you very much for being here. It's wonderful that you give your Friday nights to the mess of this show. So and I'll keep doing it. God puts it in my heart to be here. And so Let's see. What can we do here? I know I got a lot of tabs. I got a lot to be to discuss, and yeah. So okay. Oh, and a shout out to Trish because she's shouting out you, Jeannie. But it was because of Trish I was able to find out that the show was all messed up and people were thinking they already missed it or something. I don't know. But she is. Yes, she is awesome. So thank you. Okay, what's next? What could we do? Yeah, I had to go out and come back in, but we're all good now. We're all good now. And okay, so what do we have here? I need an AI assistant. Yeah, right. What could possibly go wrong? They took your job. We're going to talk about that. Like so much AI, it's happening so fast. It's shocking. We all expected it, but not as fast as it's doing. So, okay, let's go all the way back down to the bottom here. How am I doing? Okay, good. And you're not late. Hi, nice to see you in the show. But you're not late yet. So, and I don't know who the crazy kids are, but the end soon. I like that that thumbnail, or what do you call it? What do they call those? Caricature thing, whatever. But welcome. And I'm not sure who Leon Black is, but I've got a lot to talk about with Trump and all that fun stuff, nonsense there. So okay. And I think I got everybody's giving out love. That's fantastic. So it's a very loving chat. It really is. And I do, I know, and I read everything. So if you've written me and you didn't hear, write me again. I answer everything, but there is this weird stuff obviously going on with Google and everything. So, okay. Well, in any case, let's go. Let's get some of the tabs out of here. Maybe things will work perfectly. First thing I did want to say is, I don't know if you saw, well, of course you did, the clickety click, the thumbnail here. This was, I forget how many years ago this came out, obviously during Biden's presidency, but this is an actual, as they say, photo. And it's never made sense to me. And it came back around on my feed and I just thought how perfect. Of course, I inserted myself in here and I changed that to, I think it was Lucifer Rising and my fan over here. But in any case, what I find interesting is like things on the internet now, they, especially on Twitter, they always run it past Grok, and Grok makes mistakes constantly. I don't know. People just like, oh, Grok, is this real? And and it's a mess, is what it is. And so somebody asked Grok if this is a real photo, and Grok's response is, yes, it's a real photo. Oh, here, 2021, from the Bidens visiting Jimmy and Rosalind Carter at their home. And okay. And then the size warp is a wide angle lens distortion and perspective with the Bidens kneeling closer to the camera. It's not edited. Now, what a bunch of hooey. I'm sorry. I don't care wide angle lens or not. You can say, maybe you can give a case that he's closer to the camera because he does look a little bit separated there. Although I'm not quite sure what this arm is resting on if it's not this chair. But from the chair, and he still looks like a dwarf. So not height challenged, but what a weird, odd photo. Like I don't. You know what he's getting, Gene? He's getting that leg that that's on the George Washington statue I've covered before. You know that one? I'll have to let me see. She says no, so let me see. Let me grab that. And that's George Washington as above. Okay, let's try that. And we actually saw this thing in person, if I find it. Yeah, here it is. It's this one. Dun, dun, dun. We have to see if I can get this larger. That's what she said. Where is it here? Let's go bigger. Yeah. Okay. So there's this really creepy statue, if you're not familiar with it, of George Washington, who was the father of our country, and on his tombstone, it says that he was a Freemason, and then it says he was a president. So isn't that interesting? Nothing to see there either or. So clickety click, we'll go here. So this is a real statue, and he's totally doing the as above, so below. And this is going all the way back when I did shows with Steven. I had a better high def picture, but you can see it, right? His eyes are like demon eyes. It's really weird. He's doing the as above, so below. And yeah, exactly. He's got no clothes basically, but he's got these weird lions, and then the lions turn into claws on the chair. But even more than that, look at this foot. What the heck is going on there? That's not normal, right? Because his heel is here. It just looks weird. And that's what made me think of that, right? Kind of similar, isn't it? Yeah. Thank you. So, yeah. So I don't know what's going on there. And it goes along with a video that I found. Shoot, am I going to be able to pull that up really fast and see? Let's see. It's not there. It's not there. It's not. Let me grab it here, because it does remind me of this other one. When we get it. Oh, yeah, here it is. It's this one. So it's right there. It's after that. It's before that. Okay. So we got here, and we'll clickety click here, and we'll get that and that and this. Okay. So we're looking at this weirdness and compared it to the George Washington statue. And then this guy, I'd seen this before, but I'd forgotten all about it. This is Selena Gomez. I think is how you say her name.
Do y'all remember when that completely unexplainable thing happened to Selena Gomez and she fell and her foot literally contorted up beside her ankle? You remember that?
How's that possible? What is going on? Like the skins are falling off, the veils being lifted, the lizard people. I don't know what's going on. Did you see this one, hon?
Unexplainable thing happened to Selena Gomez and she fell and her foot literally contorted up beside her ankle. You remember that? Then we had her boyfriend here in the early 2010s when this was happening in court. Look at his eyes. It's very real footage. I watched it happen live. And by the way, it's extremely difficult to find this video nowadays. And let me tell you, this phenomenon doesn't only have to do with A-list celebrities. It happens to people on the TV, to anchors, and to even random people you would never expect on the news. But did you know that Beyonce used that same exact mugshot, that same exact time on stage while she was performing? You know, Beyonce, the queen bee, the same Beyonce they worship at all award shows, the same Beyonce that if you say something about, then your career is ruined. You know, the eye thing can be passed off as demonic possession, but not really that right there. So what's this supposed to be? What are we looking at? What's the probability that Selena Gomez literally got switched out from the old Selena Gomez? Maybe she didn't want to do certain things or say certain things they want her to say. What do you think?
I don't know about all that. I'm just like fascinated with this stuff. But there's also, if you haven't seen it, you can look it up after the show, but you can look it up of Nicole Kidman clapping, and her hands just like became gigantic, like creature monster hands. And then of course there's that gal that dresses in all green and wicked, and her hands keep growing. So I don't know, a lot of weirdness in the world going on. And in fact, here, let me get rid of that one. And in fact, where'd it go? Going along with this weirdness, so you got Jeff Bezos, which they passed off as this guy now, which to me looks nothing like this guy. And I even think, I mean, one of the places you can definitely look usually is ears, eyes, and nose. And these sure seem like they're attached, and these definitely are not. And I don't know. It's it totally looks like a different person to me. And I'm not saying they're cloning. I don't know how this all works. I'm just saying they're changing out people and seeing if we notice. And it seems like they want, it's like they're pushing the bar to see how far they can go and see if we actually notice what's going on, because they're getting more and more stupid. Like this one just happened. So we got this is Jim Carrey. Have y'all seen this? So this is Jim Carrey just like last year, and this is him now. He was at some place in Paris or France or something. They're giving him an award that looks like a piece of poop. I don't know. It's really weird looking award, but it's not even close. Doesn't look like him. It doesn't even sound like him. His cadence is off, and his eye color. Exactly. I was getting there, but you're right. He got brown eyes, and this guy's got green eyes. So it's like they just don't even seem to care. They want us. It's like they're testing the waters to see what does that song go? Is anyone listening? anyone watching? It's just that's what it seems to me. They just keep trying to see how far they can push it. Yeah, look at his eyes. They're not even close. Not even close. And let's see. Where's this? Yeah, here.
It's a wonderful feeling. I really took on a pretty big challenge trying to do.
What is this thing? I don't understand what this award is. But he starts speaking in French at the award show, and then he says this outside.
I'm dead.
Why? Again, they just want to tell us straight up.
Everybody, like, talking 1,000 miles an hour up there, receiving their awards, and I was like, I'm dead.
Yeah, that's so funny. So, it's like, where's that thing that I found? Let's see. Stop that there. It's this. No, it's not that. It's this. No, it's not that. Wait a minute. It's this. Yeah. All right. Now let's replace Truman himself and see if the audience notices, right? Yeah. Dumb and Dumber. Chat. Was that Chattery? Yeah, exactly. Right? It's like Connor. It's like some kind of impersonator or something. It seems like, but yeah. So. And then let's see. Let's get rid of that. What other ones? Let me kill the rest of those little. What do I have for these? Oh, I thought this was interesting. Nobody seems to even remember this guy. This guy's Oliver North, I believe, is his name. And the guy on the left, Oliver North, was arrested and convicted for illegally selling missiles to Iran during the Reagan administration. The guy on the right is a Fox News military analyst, same person, who thinks Iran shouldn't have missiles. He gets paid to talk about the problem he caused and no one cares. Again, they're just testing the waters to really see if anyone's listening or watching anymore. I mean, we're way past the Idiocracy movie at this point. We're in some really wild times. I miss the times like someone who I forget, I apologize. Someone sent me this. And man, the days when you were a kid and you didn't realize that you weren't going to have, that was as good as it's going to get. Because after that, you get all kinds of responsibilities, and then you start figuring out life is not as easy as you thought it would be when you were a child. But what does God even say? Finding God, read the Bible kind of thing. And this to me is exactly that. Or I didn't want to present
Boots.
Dude, I like your hat.
Thank you. I like your boots.
Oh, thanks. I can run really fast. Do you want to see?
Uh-huh. Whoa. That was fast.
Yeah. Do you want to be friends?
Hell yeah.
Yes.
So it's lagging. All right. Let's see if we can redo it. Try it again.
Dude, I like your hat.
Thank you. I like your boots.
Oh, thanks. I can run really fast. Do you want to see?
Uh-huh. Whoa. That was fast.
Yeah. Do you want to be friends?
Hell yeah.
Yes.
You want to skip and see who skips the fastest?
Let's go.
Let's
Ready?
go.
Go.
Were you able to see it? Hopefully you were. It hopefully didn't glitch. But yeah, those were the days. That's all it took to be to get a best friend. So we had too many tabs. Let's finish up some of these tabs here. Which ones do I want to cover first? Let's see. Well, let's get through these right here. We'll go clickety click, and we'll pull this in, and we'll go here. Okay. So it worked? Okay, good. You were able to see it. Yeah, it's a cute video, I thought. So this was a hilarious story, I felt. So there's a guy, and he wanted to take control of his robot vacuum. And he's a gamer, and he's obviously some kind of like hacker guy. And so he attached somehow, he was working on putting his gamer control to control his robot. But unfortunately or fortunately, whatever, he he cracked it open, and let's see, where is it? He ended up controlling 7,000 vacuums, like all over. He has eyes in homes inside 24 countries, because the new vacuum cleaners have like a camera on them, and so he was actually getting live feed. It says that live feed everywhere, full floor plans of the mapping data, right? Because these things map out your house, and you can look at that. He got some guy in Germany eating cereal at 3 a.m. on his Roomba. And so, in any case, he actually reported himself, and they decided not to charge him, and they supposedly fixed it. So, but here's the wild thing. So they fixed it so he can't do it, but it's still possible, right? Someone potentially is doing it right now. Your robot vacuum is watching you. If you didn't think you had enough things watching you, now your freaking vacuum cleaner's watching you. Sheesh. Enough. All right. And then this, I don't know if you all saw this one out. There was what do you call it? It's a program, an AI assistant, right? That's what someone was saying to me in the beginning, when she an AI assistant. And it was OpenClaw, and it was basically open for anyone to just go in there and get a hold of it and use it. And this gal used it. And what's really funny about her is she's Meta, which is like that part of Facebook, right? She's the head of AI safety and alignment. And so she connected it, and it connects to everything. It gets access to your personal emails and pretty much anything that you allow it to touch. And so she gave it unrestricted access to her personal emails, and it just started nuking them. Like, you can see a screenshot. It just started like everything's gone, like whatever. And she's telling it what's going on, describe what you're doing. And again, nothing. You just kept nuking emails. Do not do that. Stop. Don't do anything. Isn't it sound? What's that movie? 2001. Like, what are you doing, Hal? It's like, stop doing this. And stop. She's yelling at it. Stop, OpenClaw. On anything until I approved. You remember that? It seems like you were deleting my emails without my approval, and I couldn't get you to stop until I killed all the processes. You're right to be upset. In the middle finger. That's what it sounds like. So yeah, OpenClaw. So that happened. So I don't think I'll be getting a virtual assistant anytime soon. I mess up my show enough. I don't need that on top of it. And then this was interesting. So those of us that lived through the craziness of the 2020s and so forth, they were saying that the hospitals were overwhelmed with patients, but then they kept showing us videos of nurses dancing in choreographed dances. And now when I look at these, because someone mentioned it and it makes total sense to me, I think these are all AI videos. And I'll tell you why. The floors are clear. There's no patience. There's no machinery. There's nothing going on. And I don't know if you know how long it takes to learn one of these like choreographed dances. But being married to a nurse, they didn't have time. She barely got to eat sometimes. You know, a handful of red vines, and that was it to get her through the day. They barely got any time. There was no time, and no nurse after a 12-hour shift is then going to want to spend her days off learning a dance move so they can put it on TikTok. I think all of these are AI at this point because they've been doing AI to us forever. We just didn't realize it. They're just now rolling it out like they just started doing it, but they've had this technology and they're just now starting to show us. So, yeah, I think all these videos, you had the dancing soldiers, you had the dancing police, the fire, the nurse. No, all AI. I don't believe any of this happened at all. There's no, look at, there's nothing there. They're completely bare halls. There's no patients. There's no machinery. You go to a hospital, there's patients in the hallway because there's no room and stuff, at least the ones that I've been to. So I don't believe in any of this. Look, no. No, missing nurses and nurses infuriate my wife. So I don't want to leave it on the screen too long. Oh, what's this? Again, AI. You know, they South Park had that thing. They took your job and they were saying it was like, you know, illegals coming over, but no, it's AI. Look at all these layoff announcements that are happening. I mean, I'm not going to read them all, but you can see them. It's a ton of people being laid off. Now, I don't know like how often this happens. If this is not just normal and through cycling, I don't know that. But what I do see is if AI is coming in and taking all these jobs, then there's going to be a whole lot of people that don't have a job. Like I played a thing, it was a few weeks ago. They said within, I think it was 12 to 18 months that like the at-home jobs could all be swallowed up by AI and the supervisor jobs could all be done by AI. So if all these people end up out of work, then they won't have any money to buy the products that these companies are saving all their money now to make the products. If you don't have any money, I don't know. It just sounds like, you know, I hate to sound like Richard Boston, but it sounds like it's crashing. I don't know. But you know, God's with us. We're okay. We'll figure it out. But just found it interesting, like how this is all going to shake out. So, all right, what's next? Clickety click. Good. We got rid of that. So, yeah, you know, I don't know. I just don't feel they were real ones because, you know, they had to take the time to learn all the dance moves and stuff. But who knows? You know, these are just my thoughts that come out of my head. And you agree or disagree. You know, it's you take, what is it? Take the meat and spit out the bones, right? And just know this.
There are no experts.
So yeah, that's the thing. I don't squabble at any of this stuff. It just depends on how you see it. All I see is the only thing I will take a stand on is if God exists or not, because that's the only reason I do this channel, and He keeps me going, and He makes it so I can do this show. I don't even know sometimes how I can talk for 3 hours. You can ask my wife. It's real easy for me to talk for 3 hours, I guess. So where's the thing? Where is he? Here he is. So, all right. Okay. What should we bring out next? Let's kill some more of these tabs. And it looks like everyone's here. Wow, Jeannie. There's 270 people here. God bless you all. That's fantastic. I love it. Okay, what's next? Oh, this one. I actually sent this. Clickety click. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Sent this one to JT because that was hilarious. Because they quietly did this and no one noticed. I didn't notice until somebody put this meme together. But if you can see this, in 2009, when you had a home computer, it said my computer because it was yours. And now the 2026 window says this PC. Yeah. So whose PC is it now? So about to sneeze. No, guess not. I still want to drink coffee and then sneeze and then. All right. So yeah. So they did that, and nobody seemed to notice. And this. Now, if you notice this and you see two people walking around in real weird French fry costumes, well, that's what I saw. But now look at it with new eyes. This is all about perspective. That's somebody holding up two corn dogs that have fries on them. See their hands? But that's just the whole idea to me about perspective is two people can look at something and see it completely different. And so, yeah, I just thought I'd show that as an example. Ta-da. Okay, there's that. And this, don't look at the floor if you're wearing silver eyeshadow. So, just saying. Very guy. And that was this. Did you experience anxiety when you were a child? Me? Well, there was this. If you're a Gen X, and one of these things was frightening. And 100%. I have talked more than anyone, I believe, about slee stacks because they're out there. They're down there. And perfection, what an anxiety game. If you didn't know what this is, you click this timer and then you had so much time to put these little things in their spots. And this thing ticked away on, it's like water dropping on your forehead kind of thing. Yeah, when it got to the end, it would buzz and then everything would shoot up in the air and just ruin your day. So there was that. Then, of course, you couldn't even have breakfast without seeing children are missing, and found that interesting. And then, right, didn't they have that? All the celebrities did the whole got milk thing with the mustache milk. Just saying. Yeah, you know what, Jeannie? That's what when he says operation, that was the one that buzzed. Yeah, that was the one that buzzed and said you were terrible. Yeah, anxiety still prill. Exactly. So then you got this. And for me, it was a rope climb too. Honestly, I can't see your name here, but yeah, the rope climb. Of course, I mentioned this one to my wife, and she was quite the athlete, and so she was the best in school at it. Of course, whatever. And yeah, exactly. And then I've talked about this all the time. If you got on this and somebody was spinning it, that was a frightening experience. And usually like this, there was either gravel or just cement when you went flying off of this thing. And then, of course, that's Judy of Punch and Judy. And just everything about that creature was just off-putting. So there you go. There's a few nightmares for us old people. You called it the barf wheel, Val? Yeah, exactly. So. Oh, that's interesting, Maga. Yeah, MLK cartoons. I never even looked at it that way, but yeah. So that's pretty good. Okay. What do we got here? I wanted to bring this up, not because we're not going to spend time tonight. I've gone over where I think these are, tree stumps. And, some people believe it, they don't. That's fine. I believe that there's some tree stumps here. But the reason I want to go over this was this person on Twitter, I thought, okay, maybe there's some interesting stuff on here. And the very next quote or post, he says, I went to a conspiracy theory party and had to give presentations on conspiracy. And he talked about Enoch and giants and dragons and stuff. But why? Why do they have to dress like this and put on the goofy hat? Because now if I really do want to try to show someone some of the information that I've learned and have them look at it with new eyes and say, what do you think? I can't show them this. This is ridiculous. This is mockery. This is, it's not saying it's controlled opposition, but that's what they would do to make us look stupid. And I'm just so tired of that. You know, I can make myself look stupid. I don't need someone else to do it for me. Thank you. So represented. Okay. And this one just blew me away. It's funny how they, this is called Black Uno. Now, I guarantee you they couldn't have white Uno. Maybe they say it already is, but Black Uno. Why is it called that? I wondered. It's a black-owned game and the iconic card game with black power twist. And it, you know, it has the fist and stuff. I just find this fascinating that why we had to to me, they're, well, whatever. Racism is created by stuff like this is what I say. They push that agenda in my mind more, as much as they do the other ones. Because the people that seem the most racist are the ones that are trying to like pretend that they're not, right? And that would be like this guy, Gavin Newsom, however Trump says it. Woo! Get him. But I don't know if you heard his latest gaffe. This guy's something else.
I'm not trying to impress you. I'm just trying to impress upon you. I'm like you.
Uh-oh.
I'm no better.
Okay.
And 940. Ever seen me? Read it.
He stopped laughing too. I thought it was pretty funny. So he says he's like you, whoever you people are. Who are these people? You? What do you mean you people? And he says, like you people, basically, I can't read. And the thing is this is nothing new. I'll show you this thing. I clipped together some stuff that have happened in the past and put it together and made this wonderful little package for you all.
Black kids growing up in the Bronx who don't even know what the word computer is. They don't know. They don't know these things. And I want the world open up to all of them.
Have advanced placement programs in these schools. We have this notion that somehow if you're poor, you cannot do it. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Oh, well.
Satellite tracking continues.
So there you go. I didn't mean to come back on and push it off the screen, but you get the idea. So there's nothing new. There's nothing new. They've been saying this stuff all the time. So, and then he wasn't done either. Like after he said that, then he figured he'd just go all out and then slam Kamala. I never remember how to say her name now. And he said this.
No, and for those that don't know Willie Brown, you wouldn't know Kamala Harris without Willie Brown.
Uh-oh. Shots fired.
Kamala and I both got elected the same. And
oh, shoot, they say. I thought this was interesting. Conspiracy theorists win again because is it pronounced Kamala? Cackling Kamala. The CIA declassified files revealing a chilling blueprint to manipulate Americans and their minds through covert drugging with the V. Isn't that interesting? So it's not so crazy anymore. And with the Milk MK Ultra plan, they use this. So what is it? The special research for artichoke. They always have these weird food things and stuff. So, anyways, so they did it, and I'm sure they've stopped, right? Meanwhile, this was on Facebook Marketplace. Someone selling their unvaccinated blood. They wanted $2,500 for type O negative, the universal blood type. I wonder what the value is going to be, and how do you prove it? I guess you'd have to look for the toxins or the V whatever in your system. But yeah, so if I ever can't make enough money on YouTube, well, I don't have the O negative, but I can try to see how much mine would be. I'm a positive person, A positive. Why am I talking about blood? Because somebody was selling their O negative for $2,500. Right? So, right, we can make money. So, and if you feel so inclined, if you want to donate, the links are in the description. So there's that. So I won't have to sell my blood. How's that? How's that, Jeannie, for a, what do they call it? Shilling. You think you like that one, Connor? Help me out, or I'll have to sell blood to live. Okay. What's next? And then there's this. So in the 1940s and 50s, the government told us that the pesticide DDT was completely safe for humans. And the cities would spray entire neighborhoods with trucks while the children ran through the chemical fog playing with it. And parents lined their children's bedroom with DDT infused wallpaper. One man in a promotional film sprayed it directly into his oatmeal and ate it on camera. And in Kenya, they sprayed it on the huts of the Kipsigis tribe and to fight malaria. So when the villagers refused, suspecting poison, shocking, the district entomologist sprayed it into a bowl of porridge and ate spoonfuls of it in front of them to prove it was safe. And the narrator described the people as backwards people. Sounds familiar, right? And so anyways, then they found out that it wasn't so great. And they said it poisoned the food chain, killing wildlife, accompanying human tissue, banned in the U.S. in 1972, and still affecting people today. And see, this is what they would do: is they would go through the streets and spray. And you're like, oh my God! Back then they didn't know what they were doing, right? We're so much wiser and smarter now. And look at this, spraying them in the pool. Yay, DDT. So, but then you go, well, but that was back then, Mr. Ceiling Fan Man. Why are you worried about it now? Well, because I've been doing this, whatever this type of show is, 8 years or better. I don't know. Been a while. I used to do my walkabouts. And in that, I found in my old footage, one of these days I'll have to pull out. I've got hundreds of old videos that most of you probably have never even seen. And where's this? And I found this of one of many. Oh, we can't use it. This was during the 2020 mess with, I think this one was in Wuhan, China. But I've got one from Australia where they sprayed people coming off an airplane. And yeah. So, as God says in the Bible, there's nothing new under the sun. Or, of course, now he says there's no new thing under the sun. But there's nothing new under the sun. We're just in a repeat of history. So, yeah, right? We're so smart now. Yeah, right? But yeah, so that's what they were doing. They haven't stopped. And anyways, enough of that. Okay, get out of here. Oops. Remove. Clickety click. Okay, so we got that. What else do we have here? Let's finish these here. Let's see. Yeah, and that swab was weird. Wasn't that weird? They said that they had to take the swab and like jam it way up your nose. And who knows what was on the end of those things, because they tested them and they had stuff going on. So that was weird. And then and then they went to I did a report. I have that video somewhere. Japan, I think it was. They started doing it from the back end. So imagine going to the airport and having to bend over and they do it from the back end. I mean, it's just terrible. So, and let's see, what do we got? Oh, we got a late. You're tardy. Where is this? One of these buttons. This one.
I don't feel tardy. I don't feel tardy.
All right. Yeah, the backdoor swab. It's terrible. Definitely done by Satan's disciples. So, yeah, lobotomies, maybe. So, yeah. That was done in ancient Egypt. Yeah, again, there you go. Nothing new under the sun. So, it is mind blowing. I mean, they had it. It's shocking to me how well people just went with it. Where they put stuff in the grocery stores and which way to walk and stuff, and they had all the stuff rolled out immediately because they already had it in advance. So, and I just played the tardy, only if you feel tardy, but you might have to watch the beginning later. Let's see, where should we go here? Let's go here. Clickety click. Do this one, and this one. Okay, so we got that. And in case you missed this, because there's so much going on in the quote news, this guy is named David Sinclair, and he says that his lab has reversed biological age in animals by 75% in 6 weeks. And the FDA has cleared the first human trials. So he wants us to live forever.
Doesn't have to be acceptable. In my world, aging is a medical condition that's very common, and it's increasingly treatable.
So good luck with that. Stephen would say no bueno. So, because it's also like there's certain things that the algorithms tell us, or YouTube comes out and says you can't talk about. And, during the COVID thing, we weren't allowed to even say that word. And I still have trouble saying like the V word and shots and stuff like that in the mask. But they've seemed to have lightened up on that. But when you get to the big C word, which seems to be happening more and more in these last few years, completely coincidental, I'm certain. And it's happening to people of all ages, and myocarditis, or whatever you say that thing, is happening to people of all ages, and dementia is a huge thing now happening into a lot of our old people. So they're all just coincidental, of course, that's going on. But with the big C now, when they come out with the cure for it, which seems like they're coming out with, at least they're coming out with a V for it, people are going to scramble for it. And it's sad. Like, even people that are looking at the COVID stuff and said, oh, that wasn't as good as they said now, because all the reports are coming out and they're banning certain drugs and all that. But when they come out with the one for the C, they're going to jump at that one. I just feel, unfortunately. So population is through that. And I think it's even in the Epstein files. Everything's in those. Yeah, it's never a good idea to why isn't this word? It's never a good idea to use that word on YouTube, right? Hear me when I do that. So, where are we at? Let's see. Oh, you remember this? Spraying those machines up and down the streets at 11 years old. Yikes. And then you got to live to see it happen again. Isn't that fantastic? So, yeah. Okay, where are we at here? Let's keep going here. Let's kill a few more of these tabs. Clickety click. All right, so that's gone. I thought this was just hilarious. This is from the New York Post. Why isn't this? There we go. Famous California bald eagle couple was threatened by the luxury housing. Quote, "We don't have much time." This person writes what I was thinking. I'm impressed that they got a quote from the Eagles, because that is impressive. I mean, how do you get Eagles to talk to you lately? They just don't seem to ever want to discuss things. But he got them to. Hey, Daryl's here. Good to see you, Daryl. You made it early for you. That's fantastic. So for you, you're not late. Wait, what? 383 people watching? Okay, now I'm worried. Now I'm concerned. God bless you. That's fantastic. Okay. All by myself. Me and God. Thank you, dear Jesus. Okay. So let's go with here. So yeah, it's pretty impressive that you were able to talk to the bald eagles. We don't have much time, they said. And then this one, I just had to bring this up. Maybe I'm the only one to find this interesting, but it says someone smoked DMT out of a puma bone pipe in a cave at 12,600 feet in the Argentine Andes in 2130 BC. And like this person that wrote this post, that's the oldest confirmed evidence of a psychedelic use on Earth, and the hardest thing I've ever had to say. What a weird story that is. Like, where to even go with that? So there's that. And I've talked about this many times, but now other people seem to be bringing this up. And scientists are now saying they miscalculated how many humans are on the Earth. Official research has revealed. And so if I've said this from day one on this show, is I think that they're messing up with the numbers. I think there's nowhere near as many people as they say. I think the land spaces are way closer than we're told. And there's less people than they pretend there are. And so if the number's way lower, it would make sense, because the budgets for the government depend on these huge numbers, and they get the Social Security, the Medicare, the welfare, the foreign aid, trillions of dollars allocated to people that might not even exist. And they've proven it. Didn't Doge find a bunch of people that, were like several hundred years old and they were still getting Social Security? So be interesting how this all shakes out. But I definitely feel that there's far fewer people than they tell us. All right, good. We deleted that group. Okay, let's go over here. Do I have, let's see. We got that. We did that. Oh, I have this one in case you think you're having a bad day. No matter how bad of a day you could have, someone's got it worse. Like this guy that decided to go through the car wash and forgot he had a bunch of fence wire in his... Yeah, isn't that nuts? I mean, this whole thing's just got to be redone, right? I think they got the whole damn car wash. Yikes. So remember this video if you think you're having a bad day. This guy definitely had a bad day. Yeah, I added the scary music. I don't know. I thought it was apropos. The thing is a lot of times I have to change the music because I did it just was it last week or the week before. I played one of these like 10-second videos or something, and it had some copyrighted music, and I got a strike, and they took away the funding and stuff, and so I have to appeal and then take out the music, and then they take away the chat, and anyways, so that's why a lot of times I'll try to doctor these before I get there. But you like the music, thank you. So yeah, but yeah, but and the wild thing is, I don't know if you saw that, um, because whatever his wires did to the tangle, this car is in here too. So he's gonna have to pay for what I'm sure there was damage to this car. Yeah, that's the thing. Somebody's got to discuss how did they let him go through with that. Somebody should have been checking the truck. But so yeah. Okay. You were born in the I'm born in the 1900s too. Isn't that funny to say nowadays? We're born in the 1900s. It really makes us sound old at this point. And the chat is flying. There's 427 people here. What is happening? I don't know. God did it. Okay. Now I'm really in for it. Okay. Shoot. Okay. Where are we at here? And my audience is funny too, Jeannie. Nate Law says they got their wires crossed. I like it. You get one of these. I like it. Yeah, right. Red Storm, no pressure. Oh, geez. Thank you so much. Thank you. I like that picture. Is that a Van Gogh? Maybe we've talked about that before. I like that. So yeah. Okay, where are we at here? Let's see. Let's see. What's going on in the world will just help my channel grow. Oh, well, thank you. Well, from your mouth to God's ears. So that'd be great. All right. Let's see. Let's go back up here and kill some of these tabs. Give the audience what they paid for. Or what they showed up for, I should say. All right. What do we have here? Oh, you know what? I want to discuss this while I have a bunch of people here. I'm someone that believes in the Mandela effect. And this one blew me away. For those of us Bible lovers, there's a passage, and I think one of my dear friends out in YouTube land, he emails me. We've been talking for several years now, and he's gone through amazing transformations in his life. But in any case, he said, like all these people, 1 Corinthians chapter 13, it's Jesus all talking about love and all the things that love does. Only now, it doesn't say that. If you're to go to your Bible, even if you had one in your house for however many years you've been alive, all the times that he says love now in the KJV now say charity. Now, if that's new to you, not new to you, then for me it was new. Kind of blew me away because this is one that you read and it really gives you a lot of joy reading it. And so it's one of those ones that God says, it'll be written on your heart. This was written on my heart, and I remember it as love. Now, some people might always remember it as charity. I don't understand how this works. I'm just bringing this up because it was a pretty big deal for me when I saw it. So I thought I'd bring that your attention to that. What does this mean? It doesn't mean anything. What it means is God's trying to show us the times that we're in and wake us up. That's it. It doesn't change your life in any way, any of these Mandela effects. Like my wife tonight didn't know about the Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Shaggy, Scooby-Doo. And and I knew about this one forever. I've discussed it. And somehow she missed this one. But when you look at Shaggy now, if you happen to remember him having a very portraying, what do you call you, Adam, which he no longer has. Am I sharing this screen? I don't know. I look frozen. Look at that. And whoever's look at, he's never had it. That's not true. He always had this very pronounced Adam's apple. And when he would like get scared and go zoinks, and it even had like a hair coming out of it, and it would go up and down and stuff. And so just saying. There's hair on his chin. I think there was always hair on his chin, but he definitely had an Adam's apple, which he no longer has. So again, what does this all mean? None of it will affect you in any way. The main thing is that God is showing you that the world that we live in is not what we were told. Things can change on a molecular level that we don't understand. And he's in control of it. So we'll see. We'll see what eventually happens. So, all right. So what do we have? Let's see. What do we have? Yeah, and I believe that's another thing that points us to that. I definitely do. So I'm looking to see what everyone thought. Oh, wow. I got Australia. Good eye. I don't think I have any Australia news today. I'll keep working at it. But welcome. So, yeah. So, okay. I think this is about the Bible changes here. And it's new to you. Yeah, charity, right? I remember love. So I don't know. So does Jan. What's that? Daryl. I gotta find him. And you didn't know that one? Okay, good. And then short season, yeah, love, another love. So yeah, I think so. What about Shaggy? Did you see his neck? He's missing the Adam's apple. So, and yeah, I understand now they have like, it can mean either one. But the fact that the words in the book that I read now say charity, that's concerning to me because it never did. Yeah, Adam's apple, charity versus love. So, okay. I didn't see what Daryl said. Shaggy had a huge Adam's apple. Exactly. So, huh? What? ADD? I'm not sure what you're saying. Yeah, see, they all remember it. It was huge. Yeah, protruding. Exactly. So, yeah, I know they're attacking me. We're doomed, 16 Alpha. We're doomed. He doesn't have a tail. I know that. I think you're thinking of the monkey, but you should know that because you have the master's degree in cartooning, which I didn't even know was possible. But yeah, let's see. Most modern actresses. That was well deserved. Okay, let's go back to the comments here. And now they're questioning Shaggy. That's funny. He had it shaved down, is what Daryl said, Jeannie. Yeah, Jenny, right? Exactly. So he's gender fluid now. Oh my goodness. The chat is on fire tonight. They really are. So okay. We getting it? We good? He transitioned. This chat, I should just sit here and read the chat. That would be the funniest show, I think. Yeah. You guys are all amazing. This is great. Where are we at here? Okay, to get everybody? I think so. Oh, I just saw something pop up and see. Let's see what we got here. Wendy's a member for 11 months. God bless you, Wendy. And she's invoking Valhalla. I'll give you one more here. We did one, but we'll do one more here. Hopefully it doesn't crash my show, Wendy.
Lastly, to my friend Charlie Kirk. Rest now, brother. We have the watch. And I'll see you in Valhalla.
Like what you did, Wendy. No, let's see. Oh, it came back. Oh, but the fourth wall's broken. There's no satellite behind me. Ah, shoot. Now you just see what it is. It's a green screen. All right. Well, we'll survive. Let's see. Maybe I can fix that. Sure would be nice. Let's see. We'll clickety click. Go here. Ah, it worked. There we go. Okay. All right, let's see. Can we get through to any more tabs here? We got that. We got that. All right, let's go back in here. Let's see. I'll tell you what, it'll be easy to get rid of this part. It's yeah, the curtain was revealed. Was it worth it? Okay, good. It does sound like but the satellites are a fake anyways, exactly. So it was totally worth it. Okay, good. Where'd that one say? It sounded like a chicken being plucked. I added that sound effect in there. It's not even me. I mean, I can actually shockingly blow my shofar better than that, but I won't because it always makes everyone's dog go crazy. And it was enough with when I added the chirping sound in that one video. And what's this? Oh, God bless you, Connor. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really enjoying your shows. That one that you had the other night, top notch. It's really fun, and I do want to discuss things about head injuries and stuff with you because we have experiences with that here. So we'll go over that on another show or another private call or something. So let's see, what is this? Love you, but if you think something has changed, you don't believe something is not enough to make it reality. I'm not sure what you're saying, but I can go over Mandela effects on another show. Makes it so there's one that Ad Paximus. You're right. So, let's get down here. Yeah, you're still talking about him. Yeah, he had a huge big Adam's apple. So, catch the Indian frat brother. So, oops, where'd it go? Back by scripture. I have to read what you're saying there. But I was trying to click on this one. The chat's going so fast. So, well, good. I'm glad you enjoy it. Yeah, right. Well, we'll go over that some other time. So, okay, let's go down here. Let's go through some of these tabs here. Okay, clickety click. Go here, here, and here. Okay. So what do you call it? The hearings or whatever are going on right now with the Clintons, and I just found this hilarious. Somebody started, or whoever started, sending a whole bunch of pizza boxes. Because the whole thing's a clown show. I mean, they got the Clintons on the stand and they're saying, "Oh my goodness, we had no idea he was a creep, and we stopped talking to him years ago." And when they discussed all this, what was it? 20? It was at least 6-7 years ago or so. And all these videos and pictures and files and stuff, they already came out, and most of them are unredacted. And if they're still out there, don't watch any of them. They're just terrible to put into your mind. And honestly, I don't think anything's going to, like last time, nothing happened. And I just doubt anything's going to happen this time. Just like she said this, Hillary Clinton says he only recalls meeting Epstein one time, the time that she unalived him. So once in a while, the Babylon Bee still is funny. But yeah, that's really mad at him. And the husband is saying the same thing. And they didn't know. So. Oh, this computer is really So the Olympics ended last time after my show ended, so this is the first I get to talk about it. And of course, USA beat Canada, and so they immediately start coming out with their excuses. And I thought they said that they were poisoned because they had Indian food. So they're they're blaming the Indians again, right? The ones with the dots, not the feathers. And so they're blaming them as to why they lost. And in addition to that, Justin Trudeau writes, you can't take our country and you can't take our game. And then the White House, like Trump and the White House, whatever you think they are, they're trollers for sure. And he posted this, or someone did, on the official White House page of a bald eagle smashing a Canadian goose into the water. Oh, Putin did it? Yeah, I like it. And then Joe Biden called and congratulated them on beating the Soviet Union. So that happened. No, it didn't. And then this really what happened. This is a guy in Canada. A bald eagle was on the half-mast Canadian flag in Vancouver. It was not the symbol I needed to see this morning. That's fantastic. And but if that was enough insult to injury, they had this weird thing in the Olympics. They were handing out to the losers stuffed animals. So you didn't get the gold medal, but here's a stuffed animal. And where's that thing? I had a little clip of that. It's just hilarious. It's like, talk about a humiliation ritual.
This should take this thing off the loss.
You see how he looked at it? And just like kind of shakes his head.
This should take this thing
rolls
off the
his
loss.
eyes. Oh, that was fantastic. And let's see, we'll go back over here. Clickety click. Here, and here. All right. And then, of course, just to prove that we live in a simulated matrix, you got the guy that scores the game-winning goal after he gets his face bashed in with a hockey stick. He's lost 2 teeth. He's dripping blood, and he scores the winning goal. And his name just happens to be Jack Hughes, which, when you look at the documentary of the original 1980 Miracle team, the last guy that they cut was Jack Hughes. It's so ridiculous at this point that they're putting on a production for us. Not to say that, see, like sports, okay, everyone can say they're fake. Everyone can say that they're predestined, whatever. But the athletes are still entertaining. And so if you understand that there's propaganda being pushed on it, it's a way to dull the masses so that they don't look at some of the evils going on in the world. You can throw all that in your head, but at the same time, the reason they have these people is they're good at their craft, just like the actors and actresses. They're good at their craft, and the musicians, they're good at it, but they're teaching you spells or they're doing propaganda pushes. And I get it. But, you know, we live in this world. We're not supposed to be part of it. We're just supposed to be in it. And we're not of it. We're in it. And so we have to figure a way using our discernment to get through these things. And so, once again, part of the propaganda push was that the women's team, they decided not to go see Trump because, you know, he's a woman hater, according to them. And so what did they do? They hung out with this guy. Do you know his name? That's a Mandela effect. In my reality, it was Flava Flav. But he's always been known as Flavor Flav. And of course, that's who they decided to hang out with, who's had multiple domestic violence issues against him. But yeah, he's not Flava Flav, he's Flavor.
Hockey team couldn't come to the State of the Union. They fumbled the bag. They went to party with Flava Flav.
She said it wrong. Oops.
Instead of getting treated like queens, getting paraded through the streets of Miami, getting to go out to a nightclub and have everybody cheer for them, they chose this. And no, don't take my word for it. It's
See? Rapper Flavor Flav. And if you're to look him up now, it's always been this. It never was Flava Flav. So that's a weird one to me, anyways. But what an odd choice. Very odd. And of course, it ties into Mandela. But this is basically what's going on. So you got USA and Canada playing hockey while Mexico. Kind of sums it up in a meme, doesn't it? And I don't know, that thing going on in Mexico, depending on who you listen to, you can go there and everything's fine and make sure you don't cancel your plans, or it's all under, lockdown and don't touch it and stay away and all this. So it's just, I find it fascinating that it doesn't matter. It depends on who you listen to. It's a perspective again. But, and don't forget, the more that Mexico pops off, the better it is for his, whole stop everyone at the border conversation. So somehow the drugs are getting through Mexico into the United States. I'm sure the CIA has nothing to do with that. Moving on. What is this? And then this was beautiful. So we also had, there's so much, quote, news.
Minnesota.
We also had the State of the Union address, right? And whoever was running the camera that night, I swear I saw a meme. Do you seen that one meme of Leonardo DiCaprio? And he's doing that like kind of, laughing face, like a grin. And they had him behind the camera, because whoever's running the camera, whenever they said something negative, he would post on someone in the audience.
The Somali pirates who ransacked Minnesota remind us that there are large parts of the world where bribery, corruption, and lawlessness are the norm, not the exception. Importing these cultures.
Come on, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. And this is a Comedy Central bit. I'm not going to play it. I don't want to get the strike. But Key and Peele philosophy did this exact same joke. And where is it? He says, I think it's here.
Or whether you are gay, I will work for all of you.
So, and throughout the skit, every time he talks about gay people, they cut to this guy. So it just felt like the same thing we were watching when they would cut to, and another time they cut to Nancy Pelosi when he was talking about that, how they, what do you call it? Insider trade and stuff. They all do it. But so, yeah. So on this channel, here's the thing. Are there potentially good things that some of these politicians can do? Maybe. But overall, they don't work for us. They work for each other. They're all part of the same club. Left-right paradigm is just to keep you trapped and fighting each other. They have more in common with each other than they'll ever have with us. And so, yeah, maybe some of the policies in your life are helping, but at the same time, they're pushing this other agenda, and sometimes it's kind of hidden until it pops out. So, no, the only one coming to save us is Jesus, and that's 100% I believe that. Not to say that you can't. You go read the kings and judges and stuff. There were good kings and there were bad kings. So depending on which side you're on, some people see this one as a good king. Some people see it as a bad king. I just think it's funny they call him a king. He said, if you vote for him, you'll never have to vote again. So I don't know what that means. And he is associated with that book, Baron Trump and the Last President. But hey, who's to say? What do I know? I'm just some guy reading things on YouTube. Meanwhile, this is I think the best thing that came out of the State of the Union. Somebody made it into anime. And I'm not an anime person necessarily, but man, this is good. This is fantastic.
卵の価格は下がっている。ダウ平均は5万ポイントを超えている。こんな負け犬どもの言うことを聞くな。アメリカは復活した。
They put the hockey game in there. How great is that? I mean, I'm sorry. I who wouldn't want to be like turned into an anime cartoon? Yeah, right, Nate. That not Lloyd. That might make you an anime person, isn't this something? So yes, there is only one king, King Jesus. You're absolutely right, Matt Paximus. But yeah, isn't that something? I just like when she screams, just like she did this show. Okay, enough of that. If anybody wants to see that, I'll throw that one in the chat. I think that's worth it. Where are you all at here? There you go. Okay, paste. There you go. Okay. Where are my Rumble people? I got to look over there. Let me click on that and see where you all are at here. Hang on a second here. Oops. There he is. And paste. And there you go. X Sweets, you saw the car wash video the other night. That's funny. Okay, let's see. Let's go back over here. Where are you all? If you're enjoying the show, don't forget that like button, please. Okay. I don't know how much crazier it'll get, right? So, yeah, isn't it? It's just completely. We're witnessing a complete just stage thing just for us. In fact, one of the very first videos that I made, I used a clip of Trump, and he was in a wrestling rink, and he jumps on Ed McMahon. I mean, do that every time. Vince McMahon, he jumps on that guy, and they pulled it. They gave me a strike, and they pulled it, copyright about the wrestling. But if you look at all these politicians and stuff, these famous people, they all have IMDb pages. They're all actors. A lot of them are wrestlers. I mean, look, we had Jesse Ventura was a wrestler, and yeah. So I mean, that's only two, but you get the idea. So let's see, where are we at here? Yeah, that's right. She was an education secretary. Oh yeah, and we had that other guy, Triple H. He became a something in the administration. So, in fact, do I have that? Where's that thing? Let's see. Maybe it's on here. Because we haven't seen this lady in a while. Not that you need to. Where'd it go? Am I missing it? I don't see it there. Let's see. Let's pull it up here. Oh, I know where it is. It is right here. Clickety click. There it is. Let's see. All right. So go here. Go clickety click here. Share screen. Clickety click, clickety click. And here. This one.
The White House proudly presents tonight the Charlie Kirk Memorial Show. Definitely not a rally. One night only. This 33-hour event brought to you by Panda Cheese. Always a little sus. Starring Erica Trump Kirk in the role she was built to play. With special guest stars tonight, the President of the United States, Donald Trump, and his bestie, Elon Musk, together again, as well as Vice President J.D. Vance. Special guest stars include Jonathan Winters, Carol Brady, and Triple H, the head of the presidential fitness, as well as Dom DeLuise. That lady.
I think her name is Ruth Gordon.
Erica Trump.
I can remember it.
Coming to you live from Turning Point, USA. Erica Trump is here for us and all of us together. One night only. You'll pay for the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge. Definitely not a rally.
Satellite tracking continues.
There you go. Like that. That's on my channel, that again. Okay, what's next?
Yes, I believe in our judicial system.
Yep, she sure does.
That's very true.
Okay, what's next? We were going through these. Let's see, we did that. Let's see. Let me fix this here. Talk amongst yourselves. And okay. How'd these all get like that? Let's fix this. Okay. Another one. Another one. Another one. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, while we the night is still young here, let's do, where's the guy? Let's do our scary space news.
This week in Scary Space News.
All right. I wanted to show this because, excuse me, how AI muddies the water. So this went viral, this thing, and is all out of focus. And of course, people said, AI, fix this for us. And so AI said, it looks like this. And everyone, oh my God, it's a spacecraft. It's coming to kill us all. We're doomed. And it turns out, no. It's one of these balloons. See? Just turned. It all matches up perfectly. But once again, the whole perspective thing. People are easily deceived. And, you know, the alien invasion that they have been, you know, as they say, hawking to China, they've been talking about forever. It'll be so easy to deceive people because a lot of people thought this was a real alien craft. Because why? Because AI changed it to one. Because it was actually just a balloon, kind of like satellites fly on balloons. So a balloon, a red balloon. Who's my favorite? Was that Eeyore quote? Okay. And then shockingly, I talked about this last week. We were all excited, ready for us to go back to the moon in Artemis 2. Turns out they had to postpone it. Wah, wah. So now the actual soonest, they're rescheduling it for 2028, possibly. Yeah. So they needed more balloons, I guess. But I know this shocks everyone, but hey, you know, inventions take time. You know, we don't have the technology we had back in 1969. So we just got to be patient, and hopefully one day they'll have that technology. They had it, but they destroyed it, and it's too costly to rebuild it. So what's this? And this another one was sent to me by a wonderful fan that said NASA has now lost the lunar spacecraft one day after launch. So they say a panel was an error pointing at a software. I don't know. The Lunar Trailblazer spacecraft solar panels were facing the wrong way, and it's lost. But, you know, once again, the amount of money that they spend on these things. Am I locked up? I think I'm locked up. I don't know if you can still hear me, though. I see the mouse moving. But here, let's get out of this share. No, we can't do that either. We're stuck in the screen share. Close. Let's see if that worked. Did that work? Am I back? No. Shoot. We were doing so well. I don't know if you can hear me or not. Anybody hear me? All right. Jeannie, dear Lord Jesus, please fix this. To the task manager. How do we close the one that we want? It's not even let me do that. Oh, you can hear me. Okay. Hi, all. I don't know what's going on here. I'm completely locked out of my own machine. I could try to go into another one, but I have all the tabs for this one. So, now it's doing something. I'm still here. You can hear me. Okay. And I can talk to you, but you can't see me again. Well, we'll figure this out. Let's see. What can we do? Let's see. Well, we were talking about the technology we had back then we don't have. So check this out.
Yeah, I think something rather important is coming up here.
Neil and Buzz, the President of the United States is in his office now and would like to say a few words to you. Over.
Hello, Neil and Buzz. I'm talking to you by telephone from the Oval Room at the White House.
And you can tell it's real because it looks so fake.
And this certainly has to be the most historic telephone call ever made from the White House.
Because it looks so fake.
There, we're back. Okay. We're back as long as all this stuff still keeps working. Okay. Let's finish up the scary space news. Maybe that'll help. So go clickety click here and here and here. So apparently, what is this? Comedian Michael Ian Black, which I don't know who that is, said he was pulled in a private signal chat and fed claims about there's a planet-sized object entering our solar system in 2027. So this is scary space news. I thought I'd let you know. So next year, we'll see. So if they didn't do something before that. Meanwhile, you got this gal, Luna confirm. I don't know. Is she just her name, one name like Madonna, Luna? But she says there's evidence of interdimensional beings that can operate through the time spaces that we currently have. So she sounds more kind of like on board with us, at least the way I think. These things, there's a firmament dome. I do not believe whatever aliens are, they're coming from another planet, Janet. No, they're trapped in this biodome like the rest of us. They're either the fallen ones or the disembodied spirits of Nephilim giants, or I mean, you can say whatever you want. Nobody can prove their side. Just God says that He's got us in an enclosed environment where nothing gets in, nothing gets out, and so whatever these creatures are, they're already here, and so that makes more sense to me. That through frequency wave or whatever, you can see them or you can't see them. And you got two ways that I can talk about that. One is there's that whole thing about the military guys that had the special red goggles, and they could see all kinds of creatures flying at them that other people couldn't. And then you've got one of my favorite Star Trek episodes, original series, not the garbage that's out now, where it was called A Wink of an Eye, I think. And it was about a race of people that moved so fast they just kind of sounded like flies. You couldn't see them unless you drank some potion or whatever, and then you could join them, and you'd be really fast and everyone would be really slow. So to me, it seems more like that. There's a lot of examples, and they're all through movies and TV. There's a Twilight Zone episode, real creepy one, where a girl fell through a dimension. But in any case, that's what I feel. whatever this is that, potentially if they want to show themselves, it's going to be that more than coming from outer space, whatever that is anymore. So, and then there's going to be a blood moon coming up March 3rd. So mark your calendars because that's right around the corner. March 3rd. What day is that? Do you know? Let's see. Does it tell you on this thing? Next Tuesday. Supposed to have a blood red moon. And, you talk about it through space, and you talk about it through NASA or whatever, they're going to tell you it's because of the way the sun does and this reflection and da-da-da-da-da. We don't know what causes these things. Honestly, we don't. Just read the book of Job. Once again, it'll tell you everything you want to hear on that. And so, in addition to this, don't forget at the, I think it's tomorrow. Isn't tomorrow the last day of February? Yeah, let's see. Yeah, tomorrow. So I think tomorrow night, if you have clear skies, like all the planets, at least like 5 or 7 of them, oh, maybe not 7, but at least I think 5 of them or more are all going to be right near the moon lined up. So that should be fun to see if you have a chance to catch it. A lot of times the skies lately are really sprayed over and can't see anything. Okay, so let's see. Kill that task manager. We don't need that. So we got that. We got that. We did that. We got that. I thought this was an interesting take on life. So I printed it out and put it so you could read it with me. So when you're born, success is just being alive. At age 3, success is not pooping your pants. At age 10, success is having friends. At 16, it's having a driver's license. At 20, it's having sex. At 30, it's having money. And at 40, it's having money. Then at 55, it's having sex. See how it's going back? At 70, it's having a driver's license. At 75, it's having friends. At 80, it's not pooping your pants. And at 90, it's being alive. So you start somewhere and you finish where we start. And so use your time wisely. Isn't that good? So you have a video to send me? ceilingfanman2020@gmail.com. Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you. So, okay. Did I miss anything else? I just happen to see that. I don't always see all the things in the chat, but I go back through it after the show. What is this? The maximum 3/3 blood moon will take place at 3:33. Of course it will. Of course it will, Bob. Why not? Yes. So, all right. Where are we at here? Are we good? Okay. We got somebody new just showed up. Is that it? Did I see? But welcome in if you're brand new to me. Hopefully you're enjoying this and like, share, and subscribe. Okay. Let's see. What's next? Wow, there's still 400 people here. Somebody must have promoted me somehow. Well, okay, Trish always does. I don't know. It's like that room rate I had one time for that monograph. Wow, what happened to him? I wonder if he's around anymore. So many people have come and gone on YouTube. And but then here we are.
And so here we are.
So, okay. What's that? Okay. Oh, and you're brand new from Canada, and I kind of, bashed on him a bit, but welcome. New people. Okay. Excellent. God bless you. Communist Canada, yeah. Or as we call it on this channel, the 51st state. Oh, Monograp's still around? Oh, okay. I haven't thought about him in forever. So he was a trip. And he got on a show, and he came in one time in my room, and he did a room raid, and he'd bring a bunch of people, and then listen and they all say hi. And then, I got a lot of new viewers from that. But I started talking about him because he was literally a guy and he had his face to the profile. So you only saw half his face and he had a blank wall behind him. And that was it. And I used to make jokes all the time, like, wow, I'm putting way too much effort in this. And he just has a blank wall. And I know he watched me. And at some point, he ended up having a computer screen and like a candy dish, I think a fish. I don't know. He had all kinds of stuff going on. And then he started talking to his wife off screen. It was really funny. So I'm a virus. So yes, we're all for the kingdom. So oh, and you want some little season talk? Yeah, I guess it was. I talk about it in the thumbnail. I could go over that a little bit with you all tonight too. So I will get to that. Yes, and welcome all new persons. So, okay. Let's finish up some of these clickety clicks here. Okay. Oh, here's more of these. I guess this was supposed to go with the other weird people, but check this out. This was again at that Trump State of the Union. Check out this lady's eyes. I don't know if the music's copyrighted, but the music goes with it. Look at that. That's just not normal. That's the thing of nightmares. I swear they're just glitching out. They're all glitching out. We can't all be seeing this so much faster. I think they're glitching out. I don't know. It's weird. Weird. All right, what's next? What is this one? So they did a counter event, and it seems like the other side, whatever that is, trolls themselves. How do you take this seriously? Remember I was showing you that guy with the tinfoil hat? How do you take anything seriously he comes up with? How do you go to a rally?
I am a physician.
And everyone's cosplaying as frogs? It's like, what is this?
Yes, thank you.
It's not even Pepe the Frog. It's just frogs. And I think another person came out as a giraffe. I mean, it's just, we're in such a clown show. Everyone's wearing frog hats instead of Trump hats. It's just the left-right paradigm. Are you for the red hat or are you for the frog hat? And not the band, to be confused. That's Foghat. But I digress. So that's what they did on that night. And then you got this. I wanted to show this because I get to play my video again. So Trump posted this one. He's working with the fantastic governor of Louisiana, Jeff Landry. Why he's working with Louisiana, I don't know on this, but they sent a hospital boat to Greenland to take care of the many people who are sick and not being taken care of. Meanwhile, Greenland, they were all talking on Twitter saying, I don't know what he's talking about. I have video of Trump going to Greenland. See how I tied it in? Where is it? I lost it. Here he is.
The United States of America.
Oh, nice. I recognize some of the athletes from this. That's cool. Oh, here's Venezuela.
The United States of America.
No,
the United States of America.
I think they're having like a problem with the broadcast because that's Canada.
The United States of America.
Why is this happening? Do you know what's wrong?
You're watching the Olympics on CBS.
Let's hear. We can turn this off.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Nothing. Me? Just hanging around.
Oh, that little clip. Me? Nothing. Just hanging around. So, yeah. So, and then I keep talking about this. It's like he's playing that game Risk, but on real life, because now he popped off about Cuba. Did you hear this one, Jeannie? He popped off about Cuba and said that he's working out a deal to take over Cuba now. So he's getting them all. It's like Pokemon. Got to catch them all. He's getting the everything, and he also has. His new hats say Gulf of America instead of making America great again. It's fantastic.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
He's a funny troll, regardless of what else he's doing. Just saying. Okay. Where are we at here? Let's go here. And I get all those. I think I got those. So that's the rest of there. Okay, so AI. Let's go here. I'll go clickety click. And we'll go here, and here. Okay. We got that. And that's for those of you that have been around long enough and remember the Denver airport paintings that were real creepy. They've since taken them down, but you can still find them on the internet, the Denver airport. And you got this blonde-haired person, looks young, but they all did, with the hammer, and someone with their head covered behind him, and an Asian person. And you got the blonde-haired guy, the hammer, the person with their head covered, and the Asian person. I mean, what is it? Conspiracy theorists? Right again, Everyone always said that was Trump, but now it's pretty easy to see. The world is a stage, right? Exactly, Dr. Hugh Manuel. So, yeah. Okay. And the algorithm brought you here? Oh, excellent. Thank you. Well, welcome. Hopefully you'll enjoy this and come back in future episodes. I do different things, but most of the time I like to do a little variety show. If you're old enough to remember the David Letterman show, I kind of go off of that idea. And then this one, of course, they wanted to make sure that you knew they were having the snowmageddon, and the same people say you don't need a ID to vote, but you needed 2 IDs to shovel snow. And apparently what was happening is people would show up to get their money and their shovel, and then they'd leave. So I don't even know how well this worked. But yeah, when it's required to have a valid ID, all these things, and when it's not, is this one thing. So, But again, it's just another way to make us all fight over things. So, and just in case you missed this actually happened back in the Biden days.
Government response, and that response is to increase the number and use all the resources.
Quiet part out loud. He said the quiet weather. Shocking. And because I think it's important. This was going viral on the internet where it showed Ghislaine, I don't know how to say any of these people's names. It showed her, it's definitely her, when she was supposed to be in prison. And it showed her brother standing next to her when he was supposed to, he shouldn't be there either. Okay. And this thing went viral and they said it was him. The whole thing's AI. And I just wanted to show you once again, to show you how easily, as a populace, we're fooled by these machines and by AI. And so once again, the alien invasion, it's going to be so easy to pull off because they'll do it right here on these screens and everyone will buy into it. But yeah, this is all fake. But meanwhile, forget this one. These two are supposed to be the same person. Here we go again about, do they change people out? We know in other countries they admit it, right? We know that there's a bunch of Kim Jong-uns and there's a bunch of Putins and there's a bunch, so we understand and we accept it in other countries. But for some reason, America's like, oh, they wouldn't do that here. Well, what's interesting about this is Grok says that the right one appears quite different. So Grok, even though it makes mistakes all the time, it says these two look strikingly similar. Well, yeah, because this was an AI generated off of this. But this is supposedly the person that's in prison that looks nothing like this. And even if she is in prison, I've talked about this, we can't go to these places to verify that they're in some kind of like miserable position. You know, when OJ went away to prison, who knew? They could be not just, they have places where they live. I'm about to sneeze in. I mean, excuse me. They have places where they live that, or most likely they're on the Epstein one. Sampling of private islands that were for sale and not too long ago. So there's so many, and just go somewhere else. And we never know. And if they do have these body doubles that they're using, that's who, you know, what if they told that lady, okay, we'll pay you this amount of money, or maybe they have something on her and say your family, or this will happen to them if you don't do this. And so she goes and does the time. It's hard to say. We can't verify any of this stuff. Nobody ever goes to jail. Nobody gets arrested. In all the stuff that's been going down now, what do they got? The one guy from England, they got him going away. Maybe. Who knows? But over here, nothing. Crickets. And like I said, this information's been out there for got to be close to 10 years. I know at least 7 years. Nothing happens. No one goes to jail for like 10 years. Trump was saying he's going to put Hillary in jail, and nothing ever happened. And then he, praised them at some dinner or something. And it's just back and forth. It's just more games. Good cop, bad cop. George Orwell. And there's another one. He's probably a Freemason, and they put this out there. The revolution will be complete when the language is perfect. And if thought corrupts language, then language can also corrupt thought. So I thought that was pretty good. And lastly, on this thread, Bible's proven yet again, nobody's going to notice it. Scientists have now confirmed that a biblical earthquake shook the earth at the moment of Jesus' crucifixion. So there's that. All right. Let's clear that one. Clickety click. Okay. And, I did have other AI things. Let's see. Let me bring those up. All right, let's see. It's old news, yeah. They're all Freemasons, absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see. Clickety click. Oh, I know. We'll go here. We're gonna bring up the ways that AI are taken over. Here's one thing. Crazy how easily they make these things just so fluid now. And again, I believe they've always had this technology. They're just slowly rolling it out to us to make us think that things are speeding up and we're getting these technologies. But they've had it forever. We're just seeing it now. Their cars. I think he's from Tokyo Drift. Batman with his car. We're Breaking Bad, right? It's so smooth now. Oh, the Titanic.
No iceberg is coming near my cabin.
Anyways, yeah, it's just so amazing how fluid it is. And so they can take not just actors and actresses, they can take just a photo of anyone, and you send it into a company, and then they can turn you into AI. I've shown it time and time again, and it's just some crazy times that we find ourselves in with this. How it keeps escalating to where you won't be able to tell what is real and what isn't anymore is real. But yeah, where's this other one? Let's see, video. Yeah, this one.
This year, all the fast food giants have indicated a move towards fully automated kitchens. So everything within the kitchen will be fully automated. The industry itself in robotics is expected to be worth about $2 billion. And that's a move from 2026 over to 2030, where all kitchens will be fully automated. As you see here, they're cooking the patties and they can even assemble the sandwiches. They all have this tech now as running through testing, but starting this year, they're going to start to roll it out. They're calling them modular kitchens, and it'll have a software called Ready on Arrival. So you'll arrive in the drive-through, place your order to an AI, and then the AI will make it and deliver it to you in your car.
And yes, God is good all the time. But yeah, isn't that something? So they took your job. Yeah, AI. It's coming for everything. And someone was saying like, well, what about lawyers or accountants or all those jobs? AI can do it faster. Now, it doesn't mean they're accurate. I did an article last week where the AI assistant accountant fudged numbers, just completely made them up. So if you watch any of those movies, the AI is not our friend. The robots are coming, and not in a good way. Look at this. God bless you. Thank you. Yes. And to remind people, hit the like. Thank you, Trish. I very much appreciate all the help. So, okay. Where are we at? And one last thing. This gets really dark. There's now AI brothels.
Detroit Become Human is real now because there is a Psy brothel in Germany investing in S robots powered by AI. At the Psy brothel,
Berlin's first cybersex brothel is pushing boundaries by combining VR porn with lifelike sex dolls. Like an AI chatbot, these dolls can engage in realistic conversation.
Let's explore every touch and sensation together.
The dolls have silicone skin that warms to body temperature.
That's all I can take of it. It's just disgusting. And but then they also look what they.
So a robot like Melody is a robot look like anything you want. You can cut to synthesize to you so that it knows exactly what you want it to know. So it can.
Isn't that disgusting? So you can send them a photo of anyone and they create a robot. Where are you, 16 Alpha? We're doomed. I mean, talk about days of Noah kind of stuff. So it's no wonder God is coming back. And to go along with that, this is what I feel. I've done shows on it, and if you're new to me, you can look through my list of short season shows that I've done. I've done some with JT and some on my own. Basically, this is what I've been doing. For me, I read the Bible with new eyes because I didn't have any indoctrination. I was born and raised Jewish, and we were told never to read it. And so my family was not practicing. We really didn't do anything religious other than high holy days, and we stopped doing that. And so my whole life, I've just been spiritual. But when I woke up to the stuff that's going on in the world, all the videos back in those days on YouTube all seem to have a discussion about good and evil, God and Satan. And so I didn't understand why they all would say the same thing. Don't read the Bible. So because of that, oh my gosh, you have to tell me where. God is wonderful. God bless you. Thank you. A miracle just happened in this house and I can't even go over it, but wow, I'm speechless. God is amazing. Okay. And so what happened was I decided to read it on my own. And for me, and I read the KJV because I took voice and diction in college, and so I learned to read um, Shakespeare, and learned how to read all those these and theys. It's not that hard once you go through it. But in any case, so I read the KJV, and the stories in the beginning, like the Old Testament, are fascinating because it talks about what happened in our history, and then you get to the Psalms and Proverbs, and there's a lot of good things resonate with you. That's just amazing. It's a living word. It really affects you, and you can keep reading it like I do and find new things all the time. It's pretty fascinating. What do they call those? Not prophets. You can read the prophet books, and then of course, and after I was doing this for quite a while, I started seeing things that didn't make sense to me. And so the whole dispensation of the church, where Jesus is talking to a room of people, and sometimes specifically just to a few disciples, that they ask him, because a lot of times God or Jesus talks in parables, which at first kind of irritated me, but now I get it, and it's kind of fun to decipher them. Although when I talk to God in real life, I'm like, if you're going to send me a sign, treat me like I'm 5 and don't understand parables, because I'm pretty dense that way. And so I always make the joke. Imagine if you actually did live with Jesus, back in the day, and you're like, hey, Jesus, do you think it's going to rain today? And he'd go, let me tell you a story about a guy who wondered if it would rain. It would just go off on a whole story. And then like, okay, I'm not sure what you said, but do you think it's going to rain? Let me tell you about a woman that, it's just like he does these things, and it's fun. It's fascinating to read it that way. And so I came at it with new eyes, and I wondered why he would tell people in the room that it was going to happen in their generation. He kept saying this generation. Now the church tells you that means 2,000 years from when he was talking. But the problem is, and I've gone over this on other shows, but real quickly for the new people, this is what I believe. And I don't like arguing in the chat because everyone has their own beliefs. And could I be wrong? 100%. Again, read the book of Job. Everyone was wrong on that. And so the way I see it is this: he told people he was going to come back right away. He said this generation. He told the guy, the high priest or whatever that was standing there in the temple that day, he'd see him unless that guy lives forever. John was going to be there. He said that the guy that pierced him was going to see him come back. And so all these things where he says he's coming back, and then he tells people that if you were, woe to those that have children when you're having to flee to the mountains, and yet God says, be fruitful and multiply. But then he wants you to stop for 2,000 years. Like, that makes no sense. And what mountains am I fleeing to? I don't live in Israel or wherever it is anymore. And the fact that Israel didn't exist the way it is now, it was that was Palestine back then. So it's like there's so many different things. And then don't get me started on the churches that John writes to, or Paul writes to the churches. I've gone over that, and all the churches have been destroyed. They're gone. So what's the point of warning a church about something that's coming? Now, okay, you could say, well, he's referencing where it used to be, but he means these people, and and Mystery Babylon or whatever, this means these people. Okay, fine. You can connect whatever you want. But if you read the scriptures just as they're written, it talks about he's coming quickly. He's coming right then. He's warning the people then. The time is now. And so when I started listening, all these different things were adding up to me. Then you add into well, of course, you can go with was it Josephus's writing and stuff, where he talks about they saw armies in the clouds, and there's a whole thing about 70 AD where it all went down and burned to the ground, and where all that stuff, the temple's destroyed. And that's the other thing. If you want to read Daniel's prophecy, where it says that they're going to build a third, they're going to sacrifice in the temple, it actually doesn't say about a third temple anywhere. That's, I think, in the Talmud. So the whole third temple, sacrifices red heifer, that's not in the Bible. But what it does say is, at some point on the Temple Mount where they were sacrificing, They stop sacrificing. It says that. So where is that now? It's got a giant moss cube there. And so in order for this prophecy to be fulfilled at this point, somehow they'd have to take that area back over and get rid of the cube and then build a third temple and then get their heifer or whatever they want to get and start sacrificing again so they could stop sacrificing again. Like, it makes no sense. And there's people like, well, okay, where's Jesus? He said he'd be here. Well, I don't know. There's areas of the earth we can't get to. It's not so crazy for me to think that Jesus is somewhere I can't see. But I feel his presence everywhere. He's all around. And the fact that there's, 300 to 400 people is amazing to me. Thank you, Jesus. But the fact that there's so many people here that are all at least on some level discussing this or believing in this, that shows you that in these times that we find ourselves in, not only does Satan's spirit get spread out, so does the Spirit of God. And so we're that resistance, that the CDM, as Connor says, that's who we are. We're here to discuss these things. Now, so if that all happened, then where are we at? So you got tribulation, the whole thing, and it all shakes out. And then you have a reign of Christ, 1,000-year reign of Christ. Well, we also have 1,000 years of dark ages, more or less, where they say nothing happened. So it makes sense if we're in the little season, deception. Of course, he'd make it look like those were the worst years, the dark years. Everything's backwards and flipped around. The Statue of Liberty, which looks like Lucifer rising, is broken a chain on its foot, and it sort of looks like Owen Wilson now. But in any case, it seems to represent maybe the time it started. Who knows? But everything in our world seems to start somewhere between, say, the 1500s and the 1800s. And all the buildings were built in ways that we didn't understand. And some of them have been destroyed by reasons we don't understand. But we're the left behinds that is looking at the world after all these events happened. And we're trying to see, what happened. There's no way you can prove one side or the other. Like I said before, if I said there's a train showing up at 8:00 and I watch it go by, and you show up at 9:00 and you say, well, I don't see a train, and I try to explain to you, well, it already went by, I can't prove it to you. I can't prove to you anything I'm saying. Could I be 100% wrong? Absolutely. I don't feel in my heart I am. But at the end of the day, don't forget this. We're all brothers and sisters in Christ. If you think that tribulation is starting up and we're heading that way, you're waiting for what? Hopefully you're not waiting for destruction. You're waiting for Jesus's return. And if you believe, like I do, that all that went down in 70 AD and Nero or whatever, what are we waiting for? So you've got Jesus, the 1,000-year reign of Christ. Then he has to leave for a little bit, or not leave, but he lets Satan loose out of his prison for a short season, little season, whatever you want to call it. There has to be people at the end of the book. Why can't we be those people? Why does everyone have to be the people that, come in the clouds and fight with, swords and all? Why do you, I understand, sounds cool, but no, we don't. There has to be somebody at the end of the book. And I totally believe that's who we are at this point, because everything is a deception. Like, you can pick any subject and you can argue on whether it's a deception at this point. I have a little video on it. Everything, the earth, the moon, the stars, the sky, water, the food. Pick a subject and people will talk about a deception going on. So could we be going through some type of tribulation? Absolutely. Because if Satan's deception is to make you think you're in a different part of the book, he's running this playbook, the Bible. He's running it the way it was written, but his version of it. So absolutely we can go through some rough times. If you read that book, you'll see that throughout history, when people get complacent, they forget God and they start praying to other gods, and then they get enslaved, and then they cry out to God, and then he saves them, and then they forget God and they get enslaved, and repeat and repeat and repeat. It goes on throughout our whole history, and it's happening right now. We've never been more in my lifetime a godless society than we are right now. People will believe in the devil and not believe in God. That's what I feel the trick of the devil is. It's not that well, here, this guy says it better. The greatest trick of the devil, they say, is to make you believe he doesn't exist. I disagree with that. The whole world believes in the devil. I mean, you can see evil everywhere. The devil's in everything. He's in our music, our movies, our literature. No, the whole world agrees that the devil exists. The greatest trick of the devil he ever did was to make you believe that he exists and that God doesn't. That is the greatest trick of the devil.
Now, who can argue with that?
Reverend!
He's got to ruin it with jokes, but that's just how it is. That's how I feel. And again, you want to fight over ICE, you want to fight over Christian community. Do you believe in the little season, or do you believe in tribulations coming? Rapture person. And I personally, I've talked about this before. I don't believe that. I don't believe that God would want us to look forward to being yanked out before the trouble happens. It's not Jesus-like at all. When they ask him, what should they do? He says, pick up your cross and follow me, which is a torture device. It wasn't supposed to be a fun time. We weren't supposed to think that we were just going to get yanked out of here. Why would God wake you up and put you in these times just to pull you out? And if you're looking forward to that, okay, but what about all the people that are left behind? I mean, they're your brothers and sisters, they're your loved ones, they're your family and friends. Aren't you concerned about them? God knows my heart is wherever we're at, and if there is a rapture coming, if it didn't already happen or if it happens at all, he knows I don't want to go. He knows I want to stay here and work this out as long as I can. I've already sacrificed quite a bit doing this show. I've lost family and friends and loved ones that don't want to talk to me anymore. And what am I going to do? I can't not speak the truth. I mean, the saints, they all got martyred and murdered, killed in horrible ways, some of them. All they had to do is just denounce God, but they didn't. Why? Why would they do that? Why would they follow a lie to a horrific death? Because it's not a lie, because it's the truth. And that's what I found through my own awakening experience and my own research that I've been doing. I mean, it's all there. I'm nothing new or nothing special that I'm learning.
Information's out there. All you have to do is let it in.
And a little caveat on that whole thing about actors and AI and stuff and how they're taking over. Don't you find it interesting? If something should happen, let's say I'm 100% wrong and they're actually going to do something about these lists and stuff that are going on. The actors and actresses that we've talked about all the time, and musicians, where they say they've sold their soul to the devil for whatever reason. If they turn out to be to where people just reject them, as Q has promised for years, well, that's where an AI actor would come and play, right? Because an AI actor has no bad things it's ever done. It's created. They can make it pleasing to the eye for men or women or whoever. And maybe that's the way they move forward. Because at first we're thinking, at least my thinking, is that I would never watch an AI movie. And hopefully I won't still, but maybe we already have and don't know it, The first one that gave up, there was an article, was Bruce Willis, that he signed over his voice and face, and they were making AI commercials years ago in other countries with him. And I think Morgan Freeman has a deal. And so they had some large names that they were throwing out there. And then, of course, everyone saw, at least on my show last week or so, Brad Pitt fighting Tom Cruise. And, so it's real easy to do. And all they'd have to do is what was that one movie with Al Pacino, Jeannie? That Sophie or somewhere, it was an AI actress. Losing my voice. I need more coffee or water. Oh, we got a little bit here. But that's all they'd have to do is just create an AI character that doesn't have a history and feed all the propaganda they want through it. Just make no mistake. Just because you like that movie or you like that song or like that TV show, they make it entertaining so they can push their agendas that they want to push. That's what it's about. They've been doing it to us for years. They do it through the televised vision. They do it through the shots. It's just the way it is. And we were born into this world. And so we just have to understand it. And the more that you see it from the other side, we'll pull the curtain back, the better it is to cruise through life and not be affected by all these things. God says in the Bible, more than anything, have no fear. Fear God, and that's it. That's where wisdom starts. And the world says fear everything, the food, the water, the everything, the neighbors, fear everything. And so what world do you want to live in? And so once you make that connection to God, you'll realize, you'll feel the joy in your heart that no matter what happens, God has your back. And to the lonely people out there, because they're out there, I've lost quite a bit. God blessed me with my wife and her family, and so I can see them. But my family, it's really tough. And so there are times I really feel alone. But this show, that beautiful woman that's watching from the rafters over there, and this family that shows up here every week, it helps me, and it strengthens my faith so I can be a better person and help more people find God. Because I can't save you. No man only can save yourself. That's it. Jesus saves, but you have to want it. If you read all the books, every time he ever healed anyone, they had to have faith that it would work, and they had to ask for it. We have free will. We have to exercise it. If God just did everything for us, that's not free will. That's prison. And so we have free will, including the free will to either acknowledge and accept God or to shun him and walk away. And, the Bible verse used to say, my people perish for lack of knowledge. And that's the way I feel, is that there's so many people that either don't want to hear this message or haven't somehow been connected to it. And so if you're watching this and there's something I've said that maybe you can help someone else see the world in a different light, please share that with them. And we'll do our best, and I'll do my best to continue doing content to where I can help people find God and help them find their way. Because with God, all things are possible. So having said that, I pray that everyone watching tonight and in the future, whoever sees this, that may good Lord watch over you and guide you through these times, and open your eyes and ears and unharden the hearts of the people that are not ready for this message. And we pray, Lord, that you'll allow them to see and hear these things, and that they'll be ready soon, because we are tiring, and you said that would happen, but we have strong faith in you, and we know that you have our back and you're taking care of us. And please help us and heal us in these times, and give us the comfort that you've promised, because there are a lot of us that are feeling very alone, and knowing that you're there, our hearts, that sometimes is hard to feel the blessings that I've yet to see on the show. It humbles me. It brings me to tears when these things happen. And Wayne's, it's a prayer, but Wayne's World, I feel unworthy, and I thank you for making me feel better about that too. So thank you, Lord, and please continue to guide us through these times and watch over us with your guidance and your comfort and your love, until we can all join together in the glorious kingdom that you have awaiting for us. And we thank you in Jesus' name. Amen. So, wow. It's quite a bit of people here tonight. I sure hope that you come back and you check it out again and see some of the other things on the channel. And if you liked it, please hit that like button, share, and subscribe. And so, okay. Well, that's 2.5 hours. And I think I got all my buttons and everything done. I'll make sure. Yeah, I got that one. I got that one. We're all good. Okay. We'll put a pin in this one. Hopefully you enjoyed yourselves. God willing, let's do this again. Same bat time, same bat channel. Friday night, 6 o'clock, West Coast. Pardon me. All right. That's it. Now he says this with a knife in his leg.
Class is dismissed.
Thank you all for being here. I do really enjoy reading the chat. Send me an email, ceilingfanman2020@gmail.com. There's also a snail mail address you can send letters or things to, and all that's in the description. So thank you again for being here. Have a wonderful weekend and a glorious week, and let's do this again soon. God bless you all. Good night.
I'm the satellite.
500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was flat.
Satellite transfer complete.